Hi, I'm Annie. I'm on an NCL Breakaway cruise. This is day 5 and we're about to head off the ship and go and explore Rome on our own. Your options are always to book with the cruise line themselves, book your own tour, or to do self-guided public transport. But for Rome, we decided, due to the amount of strikes that were happening and because we were only there for a day and we had to be back at a very certain time or we'd miss the ship, we would go with the NCL, slightly more expensive cruise excursion, because we knew it would guarantee us getting back to the ship on time. So this is the port of Civitavecchia, which is how you get to Rome. And you see me smiling because I'm in my happy place on the balcony, spotting other cruise ships. We had an excursion booked with the cruise line, so we had to head down to the dining room for a certain time with our golden ticket and wait to be called. And we headed off to catch our bus into Rome. Heading to our short excursion at the port. The bus takes just over an hour, so definitely take a bottle of water, something for the kids to play with, pop to the toilet before you get on it, and the bus drops you off here. You could walk over the bridge and go left and walk for about 10 minutes and you were straight into the Vatican, so that's what we did first. So the bus has just dropped us off, literally outside of this. The bus pickup point is just over the road there, and we have about 5.5 hours because of the traffic to have a look around Rome on our own. And that is St. Peter's Basilica, which is the highest point of the city. You're not allowed to build anything taller than that apparently. This short excursion we did book through NCL because we didn't want to be late back to the ship because we're only in port for that one day and the ship won't wait for you unless you're with an NCL excursion. So we booked it direct. We had $50 off for the first person. So in total, I think from memory, it came to £402 for the whole day for all 4 of us. And that got us into Rome. It didn't include any entrance to anything else. If you did want to do Colosseum, etc., then you need to book that yourselves or book a slightly different tour because they did some with access to different things. We did go to the Vatican, but again, didn't go in the museums. We've done it before. We were really limited on time, so we decided we just wanted to walk around and show the kids all the different sites and talk to them about it ourselves. It's been about 7 years since we last visited the Vatican, and it had changed quite a bit. These fences were not as far back last time, so you couldn't get as near to St. Peter's Basilica as previous visits unless you had a ticket. Tickets sell out well in advance, so if it is something you want to do to go in and see the Sistine Chapel, definitely get them booked before you get there. We didn't want to, knew we wouldn't have enough time, but what we did do is we popped into St. Anne's Church, which is just outside of the Vatican on the road that you saw a minute ago that we walked up, and it's absolutely stunning and beautiful, so we took some time out in there before we headed off to explore the rest of Rome. Rome is huge, but you can cover a lot of ground quite quickly by walking if that's what you choose to do and you're able to. So plan your route a little bit before you get there so you don't walk back on yourself. Use Google Maps a lot. Battery packs definitely for the phones because it drains it. Stop when you need to and have drinks because it does get really hot, but make sure you have some euro coins so you can use the bathroom in certain places if you need to, because most of them were not free. And loads of delicious ice cream shops, as you can imagine, but also the limoncello and the lemonade was just wonderful. Piazza Navona. That's not Trevi Fountain. You'll know when you see Trevi, it's massive. This is beautiful, this square. Lovely places to go for food. If you're staying in Rome, it's different because you can come to places really early or stay really late and it can be quieter. When you're on a cruise excursion, you're going to be there with the crowds, but actually it wasn't that bad. Like, we could see everything we wanted to see. We didn't really have to wait for too much. I mean, we weren't going into the places, so I suppose that helps too, but just the movement around Rome was really easy. The public transport's really easy, although we had a strike the day we were there, so we couldn't use the underground, but that was fine because we wanted to walk and see everything anyway. You always find random pockets of music being played and really interesting shops to see the culture and the history and the religion of the city. It's just, I love Rome and I hope to go back again. This is the Vittoriano. We walked past it and spotted that you could go into some of it without paying for entrance, but then other parts of it you would need a ticket, so I took down some of the information here, and it looked like a really interesting building. Got some good history to it. I did notice it said that if you aren't able to climb steps, you wouldn't be able to visit, so I wanted to point that out. And we carried on then walking towards the Colosseum, you can see in the background. The walk to the Colosseum is quite a long way. It's quite a long road that you walk down, and everyone's sort of heading there in the same sort of direction. It was also a bit of a vibe. The day that we were there was a protest happening, there was lots of music playing, there were street sellers, there was just something happening everywhere. But again, it's one of those things that you just have to see it in real life to really know how impressive it is. Like, I can't really describe seeing the Colosseum, and although I'm very lucky enough this is the second time I've seen it, it still took my breath away. It was amazing, and it's just incredible that they built something like that so long ago. You definitely need to have bought tickets before you get here if you really want to go in the Colosseum. They do sometimes have on the day tickets, but the queue for that was insane. Also, last time we came to the Colosseum, I'm pretty sure we could walk all the way around it. Now, a lot of it is fenced off further back. It was one direction of traffic, and then when you got to the end, it stopped and made you walk back on yourself, whereas before I think we could go around the whole thing. So if you have tickets, you go in here. If you haven't, there was a big queue try and get in from, but it looked really big. Probably going to be there for an hour or so. We're now heading up this side of the Colosseum. You can't actually walk all the way around the Colosseum anymore. You used to be able to. And we're going to head up some stairs over there, because remember there being a nice place to get an ice cream before, so hoping it's still there. Ariana outside the Colosseum, about to eat a lemon. 3, 2, 1, go. You're funny. Leo, try the olive. Oh, mummy, try the limoncello. Hooray! As with any city, if you eat near a tourist attraction, you're going to pay slightly more than if you eat down one of the side streets. But we'd been to this restaurant before and we really liked it, so we came back and we had spaghetti bolognese and carbonara and delicious gelato, which Leo's really enjoying there, before we headed on our walk back towards where the coach would collect us from. The incredible Trevi Fountain. There have been some changes made to how the Trevi Fountain works. There was now a fence that you had to queue behind and wait your turn to go in and throw your coin, probably just due to the sheer volume of tourists that now come to visit this amazing fountain. And we got the kids to throw in the coin over their left shoulder, so hopefully they'll come back again.
That's it. Right. Daddy, do it for both of